Welcome everyone to the second annual New York City Imagine Awards. Last year was such a great event, and hopefully this year's will be even better. The last few years have been difficult for everyone, but the nonprofit sector seems to have been hit harder than most. Increased demand for services, a weakening economy, rising inflation and interest rates, difficulty in attracting and retaining staff, and shrinkage in funding at all levels. Times are tough, but through it all, the nonprofit sector has been resilient and innovative, exhibiting high impact through strong leadership. And that's exactly what we are here tonight to celebrate. The nonprofit sector does so much for everyone, helping New Yorkers grieve and heal, providing them with food, shelter, and companionship, helping to lift New Yorkers up, and making the city and its surrounding boroughs a better place to live, work, and experience, and so much more. We felt it was important to have one night where we were able to celebrate all the impact and magic the sector creates on a daily basis. So here we are tonight to share the stories of some pretty remarkable organizations. We are especially grateful to our sponsors, committee, judges, and videographer for all they have done leading up to tonight, so that tonight can truly focus on our finalists and the sector as a whole, who tirelessly make a difference in all our lives on a regular basis. We are so very honored to say thank you through an event like this. It is now my pleasure to introduce live and in person, me. Welcome everyone. Pretty bright light over there. So thanks for coming out. Isn't this an incredible venue? So I want to thank everybody for coming tonight to celebrate some pretty wonderful organizations. This night is all about the nonprofit sector. This is kind of a chance for the nonprofit sector to kind of get some recognition, something that never really happens in the sector. Every time somebody tries to shine a light on the nonprofit sector, they seem to divert it to their funders or something else. Tonight is all about you. It's all about the amazing work that you guys do as the nonprofit organizations. For those of you who have never experienced the Imagine Awards before, you're in for a treat. It all started with 225 applications. Of those 225 applications, the 20 finalists that are being recognized tonight represent some of the best New York City has to offer. The winners of the 5 categories, we have Arts and Culture, Rising Star, Innovation, Leadership, and Social Impact. And we also have a special award for the fan favorite. They're all going to be announced live tonight. So nobody really knows who the winners are. It's kind of like the Academy Awards of the nonprofit sector. Although there can only be one winner in each category, as far as I'm concerned, everybody is a winner. And we truly wish that we could do something for everyone. Unfortunately, that's not the case. But for some of you will be walking away with a trophy, a check, and bragging rights. So I would like to thank our sponsors for their generosity, specifically our platinum sponsors, my partners at Serenian Associates, Aetna Better Health, Alliant Retirement Consulting, the Claire Friedlander Family Foundation, One Group, and Webster Bank. I'd like to also thank our cocktail reception sponsor, Nationwide Retirement Plans. In addition to all of you guys here in the room, we're also live streaming tonight. So we'd like to thank also our live stream sponsors, Signature Bank, and our gold sponsors, WABC and NYN Media. I also want to give special thanks to the committee that serves as the events board, making important decisions about the event. They had to read through all of those 225 applications. They had to decide how this whole event was going to run. They had to boil it down to 35. And then the judges, our judges panel, had the really unenviable task of taking those 35 applications and boiling it down to the 20 finalists in the room and ultimately the 5 winners. I would also like to thank my team at Serenian Associates, Christina Liano, who's not here tonight, Kellyanne Serini, and Hillary Needle from Hillary Needle Events. They work tirelessly behind the scenes to make this hopefully seamless and hopefully make me look better than I actually am. So I want to thank everybody for coming. And if you look at your table, on every table there's a little placard there, and it's a text to donate. So all of our finalists are listed on there. If you like something you see, it's also going to be on the videos tonight. If you like something you see, really think about texting a donation to some of the finalists, or all of the finalists. I think they would all love to get your money. So once again, congratulations to all our finalists. Now let's see who's taking home those trophies. I'm pleased to introduce our MC tonight. We have from Channel 7 Eyewitness News reporter Sonia Rincon to get the program started. So thank you and enjoy the event. Sonia, thanks.
Thank you, Ken. I'm very happy to serve as your MC for the second annual New York City Imagine Awards. I grew up in 4 out of 5 boroughs of New York City, and I now get to report news in every corner of the city, now for Channel 7 Eyewitness News, previously for 1010 Wins, and I get to see your work. I get to see the impact that it has on lives and communities in helping and educating and building brighter futures, and I'm so happy to see you recognized for that work, and also happy to see you get not just a financial but a creative boost with video production to help tell your stories. The Imagine Awards showcase the important missions of 20 of New York's most incredible nonprofit organizations. Through the generosity of its sponsors and supporters, the Imagine Awards will put nearly $30,000 in the hands of nonprofit organizations tonight. And that number will hopefully rise by the minute through your texted donations. Special and sincere thanks go to the companies who chose to support the Imagine Awards this year as corporate sponsors. We couldn't do it without you. And we want to welcome and thank our sponsors who have stepped up to take advantage of this unique opportunity. We know that you understand how impactful this platform is and how much good it does for so many people. So can we get a round of applause for our sponsors? Thank you. As Ken said, the 20 finalist organizations are all winners. As finalists, each organization was awarded a video shoot that captured the essence of their organization that we will show after the nominees in each category are read. Special thanks to Michael Sorrentino, Wade Shields, Liz Weaver, Jesse Vandenberg, and Christy Chesney at Sorrentino Media, who did a great job producing and coordinating the videos. These videos are property of the finalists now to use on their websites and in their advertising, courtesy of the New York City Imagine Awards. I just want to remind everyone to please take a look at the journal for details about the finalist organizations and sponsors. It is now my pleasure to introduce Peter Klein, presenting the Claire Friedlander Family Foundation Arts and Culture category, which recognizes the tremendous contributions of arts and cultural organizations to New York City and the boroughs. Peter?
I'm Peter Klein, the president of the Claire Friedlander Family Foundation. The foundation was established by Claire Friedlander, a Holocaust survivor whose life was saved by people who took a stand against prejudice and intolerance. The Claire Friedlander Family Foundation, as a legacy agent, frames our giving in the spirit of our grantor. New York City's arts and cultural organizations are the heart and soul of our region, and this is why we choose to support the New York City Arts and Culture Award, so that we can recognize and celebrate the substantial contributions of these valuable and important organizations. These creative nonprofits echo our founders' deep love of all things artistic. This award is available to any arts and/or cultural organization that has had a significant impact in New York City. This includes organizations that have had a measurable impact on their community, developed new and/or innovative programming, developed effective fee-generating programs, or have demonstrated outstanding achievement in their artistic and/or cultural field. I am proud to present the finalists for the Claire Friedlander Family Foundation Arts and Culture Award. Arts and Resistance Through Education. Education Through Music. National Museum of Mathematics. Omnium Circus.
There are 1,000 different ways for people to engage on rights and social justice, but I feel arts is the thing that really connects on this emotional, deeper level. Arte's mission is to educate, inspire, and activate youth around human rights through the visual arts. We work with youth across New York City to create beautiful art pieces based on the issues that they're most passionate about. There was a young person who came up to me and told me their story as we were painting. So that was like, wow, like you entrusted me with this, and somehow art opened up that door. It's a way for them to also reflect and in some ways heal. It felt so good because we helped create that space. We had this idea to launch this thing called Youth Voices Lead, which is a leadership training program around racial justice. My hope is that this program continues to grow and more young people will be trained, more young people will lead workshops. And right now it's been a New York program, but we're also trying to launch a national program. In that way, I hope it grows and reaches more young people, and especially in parts of the country where they don't have access to this. It's fun to connect with people. It's fun to give and share in a little bit of joy despite the chaos that exists. We all have the fundamental right to create and to share who we are, to the freedom of self-expression. That's the most important thing.
Hello, everybody. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed, my friends.
For 3 decades, Education Through Music has been partnering with under-resourced schools in all 5 boroughs to make music education a reality for thousands of students who would otherwise have limited or no access to music. My job as a teacher is never to make them into the next Beethoven or the next Mozart. That's not my job. My job is to give them a space where they can be themselves. It is literally within our DNA. Arts, especially music, brings us all together.
In music, we work together, yet we can still have our different ways. It makes me focused for the whole day and for my other subjects.
I allow them a space and opportunity to dance out their frustration. We're dealing with a lot of kids that are dealing with a lot of stuff at home, especially now us being in this pandemic. Kids need that outlet to express themselves.
It's the best part of the day that we get to be allowed to be ourselves.
If it makes you happy, you can do it whenever you want. It doesn't matter how it sounds, it just matters if it sounds like music to you.
It is not uncommon for me to see children crying as their parents are dragging them out of the museum. Not that I like to see children cry, but when would you ever think that kids would cry about leaving mathematics? MoMath, or the National Museum of Mathematics, is Manhattan's only hands-on science center, North America's only cultural institution devoted to the wonders of mathematics, and a recognized worldwide leader in public math engagement. Math can be a great equalizer. In a world where not all students have the same advantages, one of our goals is to reach children in underserved communities and make sure that they have this wonderful transformational experience with math. That's so cool. I hear that over and over. And that's our goal, to have people see a side of mathematics that they think is cool, is beautiful, is wonderful, is surprising, is engaging. These are just words that people don't normally associate with mathematics. I often tell people that I don't want to tell you, I want to show you. Because I think when you cross the threshold, you're immediately looking at something that is not what you expected for mathematics. If you love math, you are really going to like this museum. But if you hate math, you're going to love the museum.
Omnium means of all and belonging to all. Sharing in the joy and the excitement of the performing arts is an experience that should be available to everyone. Omnium Circus is fully inclusive on stage, behind the scenes, and in our audience. People with disabilities rarely see themselves fully represented and included in the arts. We need a unifying force right now. And I feel that entertainment and joy can be the core of that. There are so many performers around the world with disabilities who've never had the opportunity to perform at this level before. 87% of New Yorkers know someone with a disability. That means all of us can come together and have a good time. We want everyone to feel comfortable from the minute they get out of their cars or out of the train, all the way through the performance. I would love to be the seat of influence for other people to take that on as well. And I'd love to support their efforts in doing so. I would like people to know how hard everybody works behind the scenes and how wonderful they all are. And there's always room for more. Our door is open.
Hi, I'm Courtney Klein,
And I'm Kelly Klein.
and we're here representing the Claire Friedlander Family Foundation.
We're so excited to be here tonight.
And the winner is
Education through music.
Come join us over here. Waleed and come, you should. It's like the Academy Awards. We all come up.
Thank you very much. Oh, don't forget the check.
Oh, wow.
Good evening. Thank you so very much. We're so moved and so very, very humbled by this wonderful award. But most of all, we're grateful for the over 20,000 students that we serve throughout the entire city of New York. As you saw on the video, we provide a comprehensive and completely sustainable music education program throughout the school year, every week, every day, to children who otherwise, as the video said, would not have the experience of expressing themselves, growing and developing, being able to apply what they learn in music to other areas, and to feel valued by the process that they're going through. We serve those who are often unheard and unseen, and we provide them with a voice that can carry them through for the rest of their lives. Thank you so very much. This is Waleed, who's our board member, Minaj, who's our board member, and Christine, who's the Senior Director of Development. We're all here as a team. Thank you so much.
Congratulations to Education Through Music for their amazing work. Our second award of the night is the Aetna Better Health Rising Star Award, presented by their CEO, Kevin Nelson. This award recognizes a nonprofit that makes a profound impact with its programs and services, but does so with a much smaller budget.
Hi, I'm Kevin Nelson, Chief Executive Officer for Aetna Better Health of New York, and we are proud to sponsor the New York City Imagine Rising Star Award. These resilient nonprofits advance to the finalist round as they exemplify what it means to operate with impact in spite of limited financial or staffing resources. These finalist organizations exhibit creativity, intense dedication, and a drive to continue to make a difference in the lives of others, often one person at a time. The Aetna Rising Star Award recognizes a nonprofit generating under $5 million in revenue for its outstanding innovation, impact, and achievements in meeting its mission. The award will be given to an organization who demonstrates an outstanding record of sustained achievement, has successfully demonstrated successful financial performance, and has built a reputation for excellence within the community. The finalists are Harlem Grown, Family Legal Care, National Alliance on Mental Illness of New York City Incorporated, and young New Yorkers.
In 2011, Tony Hillary founded Harlem Grown with one farm, one school partnership, and a mission to inspire youth to lead healthy and ambitious lives. We live and breathe this mission, and we always put our kids at the forefront of what we're doing. It started out with them just planting 38 pounds of produce that year. And now we've expanded to where we create over 5,000 pounds of produce and 64,000 servings of food throughout the year just from our farm sites. We're now seeing the fruit of the labor of the last decade of work and what we can do with the next decade of kids and have another round of kids go to college and support them and make sure we can, help them be whatever they want to be in the future. It's kind of nice to just see our kids come there and it's like an oasis and they want to learn and engage. It's like a place of peace, a place where they have adults who aren't really necessarily disciplinarians, but it's people that they can trust. Just to hear from our older kids how much it's changed and shaped their lives, that's the best part about working at Harlem Grown. We are committed to the children that we work with, and the staff and our volunteers and people that work with our organization. We are really here because of our children. They are our future.
People really need legal support. Coming into the courthouse can be very triggering for people. Family Legal Care is here to help. Our legal team empowers over 25,000 families each year to self-advocate in court through our free helpline and legal consultations. We are very happy that a lot of the court hearings are happening virtually, but also very aware that a lot of people don't have the necessary technology. So we're working very hard to serve our clients by offering this technology support. I would say we're a rising star because we keep adapting. We're always just there to sort of come up with different clever ideas to get more services out into the New York City communities to the families that need them. I have the greatest staff in the world. You get on the phone with one of my staff, you're going to be really happy. So that's something I feel incredibly proud of. In the words of Alma, a mother from Brooklyn, "Your call brought me some peace, knowing I'm not alone. You have helped me build the courage, strength, and drive to face my challenges every single time in court. I could not ask for more."
We are the National Alliance on Mental Illness of New York City, NAMI NYC. Where we sit in the mental health space is really unique, not only to individuals who are living with mental health issues, but just as importantly, their family members and their friends and other people who care about them. So I can hate bipolar disorder, but I love my kid. We're not born knowing how to navigate issues as complex as living with mental illness or caring for someone with mental illness.
1 in 5 of us lives with mental illness. The other 4 are our family, friends, neighbors, and colleagues. You are not alone. I'm honored to work in supporting the staff and in creating the systems that allow us to be able to do the day-to-day work on the front lines. I'm really excited about helping to change the culture, because when I first came here a year and a half ago, it was like we're the best kept secret in New York City. We don't want to be a secret anymore. We want everyone to know about our services and know that they can come to us.
What we hear is, I finally feel seen for the first time. I finally feel heard for the first time. We also often hear, you're the only people who called us back. I can't even describe how it feels. Truthfully, I'm stammering over the words for it because it's kind of hard to pin down.
Every day, hundreds of young New Yorkers can have their entire futures devastated because of a criminal record. Over 84% of incarcerated young people are Black or Latino, but it doesn't have to stay that way. We believe that young people can and must transform the criminal legal system.
I thought they was just sending me to some place where they would just have me do community service or something like that, where they just push me to the side. But there were people that really wanted to actually help me. That was something that kind of took me by surprise. It's a community based on helping one another.
By having an alternative incarceration system in place, it really does allow for young people like John Michelle to not be traumatized by their criminal justice record, but instead think about what was the issue, how did you get here, and how do we actually rehabilitate it from the ground up.
We try to do something different with every group that we have. We try to figure out what their passion is, what drives them. At the end of the day, we know what to invoke in them to prevent them from having that downfall.
I think what makes Y&Y a rising star is the fact that we're raising stars.
It's somewhere where everybody has a voice, and you will find your voice. You will become more than you ever bargained for.
Hello, I'm Kevin Nelson, CEO for Aetna Better Health in New York, and I would like to thank Kenneth and the Imagine Awards team for celebrating community organizations that are the backbone of our community. So the winner of the Rising Star Award, sponsored by Aetna Better Health in New York, trying to hold this and open at the same time. I don't want to drop anything. Family Legal Care.
Oh my goodness. My name is Kathy Kramer, and I'm the CEO, the proud CEO of Family Legal Care, and I'm here with my board chair, Gabby Nowie. I have to tell you, I am so in awe of all the nominees tonight, and of course, in this particular category, I can't even imagine that they are not all winners, so I just want to say congratulations to absolutely everyone. We are a tiny little nonprofit that works in a very complicated judicial world, and family court, if you think about it, is where people come when they have no other place to go when they have problems with their families. So whether it's child support, custody, visitation, domestic violence, guardianship, or parentage, they come to family court when they've, nowhere else to go. And 80% of them come without a lawyer. So what we do is we meet them when they come to family court without a lawyer, and we provide our legal services. As you can imagine, during COVID, our population was particularly impacted and disproportionately hurt by so much of what was going on. And now that can't say we're coming completely out of COVID, but completely into a new norm, let's say that, what we're finding is that people are really struggling to access the justice they deserve because they don't have the technology that will allow them to access this justice. So I think one of the things we're most excited about what we're doing is providing people with tech hubs across the city so they can come and participate in their virtual hearings. We help them upload and download documents, and it's really, the demand is amazing. We don't want people going to their hearings on their cell phones while they're standing at a subway station or in the train or walking down the street. We want them to, this is about their family, this is about their children, this is about their children's future, and it's a poverty prevention program, and it's a family stability program. So I can't thank you enough for this. We're so excited, and congratulations to everybody. Thank you so much.
Congratulations to Kathy and the team at Family Legal Care. Don't forget to text your donations to help make all of our nonprofit wishes come true. Our next award is the Alliant Leadership Excellence Award, and our presenter will be John Cunningham. This award recognizes nonprofit leaders who not only advocate for their missions, but consistently operate in a way that is innovative and impactful. This nonprofit leader is a change maker, not only within his or her organization, but for the community as a whole.
Hi, I'm John Cunningham, Executive Vice President of Alliant Insurance Services. Navigating a not-for-profit through the pandemic and economic downturn and all the changes and challenges that have stretched not-for-profit leadership over the last few years has been daunting, to say the least. We are proud to sponsor the Leadership Excellence Award and offer our deepest gratitude and appreciation to these individuals for going above and beyond every day, not just during the crisis. The Alliant Leadership Excellence Award recognizes the exemplary not-for-profit leader who may have been an executive director, board member, staff member, or volunteer, whose accomplishments and advanced his or her organization, as well as had a profound impact on the community as a whole. Aside from being an innovative thinker, an individual operates with impact and strives to drive social change. This leader must be a fierce advocate for their organization and its mission. The 2022 Imagine Award Leadership Excellence finalists exemplify these qualities. Gretchen Buckenholtz, Executive Director, Association to Benefit Children. Angel Rodriguez, Co-founder, Executive Director, Avenues for Justice, Inc. Dr. Melanie Samuels, CEO and founder, the Campaign Against Hunger. Joseph Turner, President and CEO, Exponents.
I'm Gretchen Buckenholtz, co-founder and executive director of Association to Benefit Children, or ABC. What started out as a groundbreaking inclusionary preschool in 1973 became ABC's mission, a champion for all children.
Gretchen is a leader in the truest sense. She inspires everyone she meets with the same passion that she has for the lives, hopes, and dreams of vulnerable children and their families. Kids really have this sense of newness, of trust in the world, and we're trying to create that atmosphere so kids can be kids. I think the most important thing is to create a structure where we know that ABC can be there for the long term. We want to be around, hopefully to the point where ABC is completely obsolete.
Children, as you know, learn by playing. Working with children, you understand joy and hope and participate in it all the time. I had the pleasure of having a serious water fight with a bunch of our kids. I get to follow a light that shines in dark places, and it's the children who carry that light.
My name is Angel Rodriguez. I am the Executive Director and co-founder of Avenue for Justice. Avenue for Justice is a 24-hour court advocacy program that started in the Lower East Side in the early 70s. I've been doing this for 40 some odd years. I still cry for these kids, and I still feel for their accomplishment. I have a young man. I met him when he was 15 with a robbery. 6 months into his probation, he says to me, Angel, what I really like to do is go into the Marine Corps. I'm standing in front of the judge. She says to me, Angel, you've worked with Louis for a year. And I saw Louis transition in front of me. A week later, she terminated his kid's probation. He was inducted into the Marine Corps. And that's what makes Avenue for Justice work, is the commitment that my staff have to the city and to these folks who are poor, who are broken. When we meet them and we try to mend them, and we've been successful at it in ways that no one knows but them.
When the pandemic hit, 1/3 of pantries and soup kitchen closed. We knew we could not close. I'm Melanie Samuels. I am the CEO and founder of the Campaign Against Hunger, and I have the opportunity of serving families living in the 5 boroughs, predominantly Brooklyn and Queens. Normally we're looked at as a super pantry. We are doing over 14,000 families per week. We created an online system 5 years before COVID. That's different, right? And it gave individuals the ability to stay and order in the comfort of their home. Not only are they able to order, but we're able to home deliver. This scalable and replicable model is now widely adopted by many anti-hunger organizations in the city. No one will ever know how difficult it is for an African American woman that has the heart of the city in her heart and caring for children, those that are truly in need, and to fight every day, to fight so hard to get what I need to make it work. So there's a lot of work to do, and as long as we work together, we can make a massive change in our city. Hunger is not welcome here.
I am Joe Turner, co-founder, president, and CEO of Exponents. We are a community of radical welcome. Our strength has really come through some of the challenges we face over the last 30 years. We're a harm reduction agency. We continue to provide compassionate care to people living with HIV, substance use disorder, and to those that have been incarcerated. It's people-centered. It's not problem-centered. We meet people where they are, but we don't leave them there. Imagine you coming to our agency straight from prison, straight out of a detox, and not feeling your best, and you run into people who see recovery in your eye and treat you as such. I like to spend time in those spaces where the services are provided one-on-one. I feel that it best informs my judgment for executive leadership. What touches my heart is that there are so many stories of people transforming their lives. The real credit goes to them. I mean, just like we say we could never empower someone, but they chose to take a certain path. It could be recovery, but we just want to provide the environment for that to happen. It makes it all worthwhile.
Thanks for coming out tonight, and again, we're glad to have everybody here in person, right? We're getting past that. Just to give yourself a little bit of a laugh, if you noticed on the video, the same shirt and tie combination. That was not planned. I guess that's my go-to, because I almost laughed my butt off just looking at it going, did I wear the same shirt, tie? I have to echo what Kathleen said at Family Legal. I'm blown away by the not-for-profits and these videos and the organizations that go across our city. So why don't we just give them a quick round of applause for everybody. And the winner is Campaign Against Hunger, Dr. Melanie Sanders.
Good evening, everyone. As you can imagine, even though the Campaign Against Hunger was chosen for this award, which we're humble and grateful for it, I know the other leaders have done a tremendous job. And again, I would love if you would put your hands together for them. This is really an awesome moment, not just for me, but for my staff, my board. We do have board representative here, and we are so excited that we have been chosen. And it's just not for the Campaign Against Hunger, but it's for those we serve.
As you've heard in the video, over 14,000 families per week. And that's just a drop in the bucket for those that are actually looking for food, those are food insecure. And as we look at even now, those asylum seekers are coming to our door. So it's even far more than it was when we made this video. I really appreciate the opportunity serving New York City for over 24 years. And I am excited to see the changes that have taken place in our community, our Black and brown community. And as I've said, you know, we approach hunger in a different way. When COVID hit, as you heard, we knew that families could not get food and they were dying in the Black and brown community. We decided we would go where they are. And what we have done, thank you. And by that bold step, what we have done is that we have built a model in New York City that is both replicable and is being duplicated as I speak. Thousands of families have been touched, reached, those that are disabled, children, single mothers, our veterans, and even adults, working adults. So I am excited to know that this day they're standing with me, even though they're not visible here, and they applaud you too for choosing us. God bless you.
Pretty amazing organization, pretty amazing woman. All right, so it's that time. It's time for a dinner break. We're going to take a 45-minute break to eat and do some networking. On your table is a seating chart where you can kind of see where some of the finalists and sponsors and everything are sitting. Please take the time to walk around and get to meet other people. In addition, we do have the text to donate. One of the things that we are doing, if people can hold on just 1 second, one of the things we are doing as part of the text to donate, the organization that has the most number of texts tonight, in terms of not the most amount of donation, not the most amount money-wise, but the most number of donated texts, is going to win an extra $1,000. So get out there, support the organizations that you want to support, because again, there's an extra $1,000 in it if you have the most texts. For those of you attending virtually, because as I said before, we're simulcasting this, grab some food, enjoy last year's highlights, and we'll be back in 45 minutes. Thanks, everyone.
Welcome back, everyone. Hopefully you all enjoyed your dinner and got to meet some of the wonderful, inspiring people in this room. And if there are any Yankees fans in the house, you'll be happy to know that the Yankees are going to Houston in the ALCS. I am now proud to introduce John Murphy and Kathy Boyle, co-team leads for not-for-profit banking at Webster Bank. They'll present the Webster Bank Fan Favorite Award.
We would like to introduce Kathleen Stanley, Executive Managing Director of Webster Bank and head of our not-for-profit practice. I'm Kathy Boyle, and this is John Murphy, and we report to Kathleen.
Thank you. Wow, these lights. So it's a pleasure to be here this evening. As I was sitting at my table listening to all of the amazing nonprofits that we have in this room, we decided, Webster Bank, that in next year we are going to be diamond sponsor for this event. Committed to the nonprofits and being able to give money back to every single finalist that is chosen. So we look forward to seeing you next year. I encourage everybody in this room to please take the initiative to support the amazing nonprofits that are here, and have a good evening. Thank you.
So for the Fan Favorite Award, all the finalists were eligible to win, with voting taking place online. The finalists with the most votes will win the $3,000 Fan Favorite Award. The 4 top vote getters were Education Through Music, Mo Math, RIP Medical Debt, and the Campaign Against Hunger.
The competition was tight with over 13,420 votes, and the winner won by 311 votes. Congratulations. The winner is the Campaign Against Hunger.
I just want to say, this is great. What a night. Only New York City. And, you know, there was such mystery in this one. Not that the other one wasn't, but, you know, so many came together to help us. And they will be excited. So I'm taking the trophy on behalf of my entire team. God bless. Stay right here, stay right here.
This is great. Congratulations, Campaign Against Hunger. Your fans have spoken, and I'm sure you have many more new fans here in the crowd tonight. Next up, we have the One Group Innovation Award, which rewards an organization for using creativity and ingenuity to meet a programmatic need, operational challenge, or fundraising campaign. Presenting the award tonight is Pierre Morisseau, Chief Executive Officer of One Group.
Hi, I'm Pierre Morisseau, Chief Executive Officer of One Group. In order for nonprofits to fulfill and elevate their missions in the most challenging of times, they must harness a tremendous amount of creativity and forward-thinking practices. By implementing innovative strategies to fundraise, enhance communications and programs, as well as support their operations, these impressive organizations are able to not only sustain their missions, they have been able to reach above and beyond. We are very proud to sponsor the One Group Award for Innovation, which rewards an organization for developing creative techniques and strategies that are cutting edge, whether programmatic, operational, or for fundraising. These nonprofits have embraced the challenge of making something out of nothing and spinning it to their advantage. The finalists are Project Renewal, RIP Medical Debt, I Hope, and You Think.
Project Renewal's Helping Older People Engage program, HOPE, uses occupational therapy to support older adults with mental health or substance use disorders. I run a department of 13 occupational therapists who provide services across the agency in our shelters, housing programs, substance use programs, and employment services. Project Renewal is the only agency of its kind that has a robust OT department like ours.
I oversee a team of analysts, basically, that work with all of our client-facing programs and departments to measure how effective and impactful our programs and services are. We always start with what are the evidence-based best practices and kind of initiate our programs from there. But in the course of administering these programs, we found that sometimes there are gaps in what our clients' needs and what our services are able to deliver for them. So we're taking in client feedback because not everything is something you're able to see in the numbers.
When you put the work in, you do see them transform, you do see them reclaim that idea that they matter and they have value and they have stories to tell and life to live.
My name is Allison Sesso. I am the President and CEO of RIP Medical Debt. We are a nonprofit national organization that abolishes people's medical debt by mimicking for-profit debt buyers. It takes forever sometimes for politicians or Washington to act. The beautiful thing about RIP is that we're acting now. But instead of turning a profit, they use donated funds to abolish large portfolios of medical debts for people in financial need across the country. A lot of the stories are people do have insurance. So that's the scary part about this problem. One particular story that I think I like to share is about this woman named Vanessa. We got rid of her debt. She was a nurse and she worked during the pandemic. And despite the fact that she was a nurse, she ended up with medical debt from the same hospital she worked at and could not pay it off. And she had insurance the whole time. She was very grateful for the work that we did, and I felt good about being able to help somebody who was a frontline worker. So I think our team is really unique in that they're ready to roll with the punches and pivot, as we learn. We've abolished $7 billion to date. We've been around since 2014. When I walked in 2020, we were up to $1 billion. So we are on a trajectory, clearly, of growth, and I want to see that trajectory continue.
iHope is a special school for students with brain injuries, and it's difficult for these kids to be served in other school settings. All of our kids are different, and so they need the right tech to match their needs. My job is to make sure every kid has some kind of piece of assistive technology to allow them to communicate independently, to read independently, and to write in some way. Our teachers are incredibly talented. They work so hard, and we could see that these kids are making progress because it's coming out in their communication using their devices. We had one girl, her name is Amelia, and she's been working on learning this communication device that has hundreds and hundreds of words on it, and she came up with Dr. Tooth Hurt. And she was trying to tell everybody, I have a toothache. I need to go to the dentist. Having that device there and learning how to use it allows her to come up with her own ideas and get them out. These kids are like anybody else. They really are. They make you cry, you know, it's like, oh my gosh, that's like why we work here, and that's the big moment. With this tech in place, who knows where these guys are gonna go? The sky's the limit here. We have no idea where they're gonna stop. So that's why we just gotta keep giving it to them.
Youth Inc. is a powerful network of more than 80 of the best youth development organizations in New York City that collectively champion over 250,000 young people each year. We invest in organizations' capacity so that they are there to help young people achieve their full potential. Youth Inc. is on a journey in terms of diversity, equity, and inclusion and belonging.
There is no lack of talent or skill among BIPOC nonprofit leaders. However, we face structural barriers limiting our advancement. That is why I created Rise Academy for Leaders of Color, a Youth Inc. program designed to shift the landscape for the emergent leader of color at youth development organizations. One of the things that I wanted to do when I first came to Youth Inc. was to really advocate for young people in the Bronx. I lived in the Bronx. I knew there were a bunch of diamonds in the rough that you couldn't see. I understand success requires a village of people and a village of resources. And so I'm glad to just be able to give somebody else the opportunity to have that village.
Our relationships with each other as a staff, our relationships with our donors, our relationship with our nonprofit partners are really centered in everything that we do.
All right, I'm not gonna lie. I saw John earlier, I saw his video, and I wondered what shirt and tie was I wearing? Fortunately, it wasn't the same one. I just wanna, boy, wow. A round of applause for everyone here. This is an amazing gathering. You know, I love coming to these events. I mean, all you make me proud to just be human. I mean, the amazing connection and what you do. There really aren't words and appreciation enough to say thanks. You know, when I think of the Innovation Award, though, this is my first time being here. I'm honored. I'm blown away, quite frankly. But I can't think to say thanks to Ken for having the belief that this idea should happen. And for those of you who don't know it, you have Hillary who has the will to make it happen. So just appreciation to her too. And then lastly, to all the sponsors, you know, I'm very fortunate to work with a number of peers in business that actually believe this is our purpose. And so a round of applause for all of them too. And lastly, I'm so thankful I do not have to judge. I do not know how you picked the winners of this. But with that, I would like to announce the winner of the Innovation Award is RIP Medical Debt.
Size of the check. Wow. Oh my gosh, I am so excited. So I'm really grateful for this opportunity. I do want to dedicate this award to our team, which is only partially represented here. They work hard every single damn day trying to get their hands on as much medical debt as we can possibly find in order to provide relief to people, which honestly, we shouldn't have to do. But we're gonna do it. We're gonna do it every single day until we don't have to, and at the same time, we're gonna keep working to scream from the mountaintops about the fact that we shouldn't have to do this work. I just want to say congratulations to everybody here tonight. It is really unbelievable that we got to receive this award because, holy crap, the work that you guys do it's actually incredible. And it is an honor to be recognized tonight. But I just want to say 1 minute, less than a minute, about the fact that medical debt is so problematic in this country. You know, what we do is we buy medical debt for pennies on the dollar, which is in itself an innovation, I guess, but it's also the reality of how broken the system is. The fact that there's the ability to buy medical debt for so cheap. It's because they're trying to collect from people who just can't pay. And that's a huge problem. The way we finance healthcare is really fundamentally broken, and people are really ashamed of the fact that they have medical debt. It is, in and of itself, a social determinant of health, which means that basically people feel mentally challenged because of the fact that they have medical debt. They don't go to the doctor. They reduce their medications. They do so many things that are problematic because of the fact that they're scared of having medical debt, and it undermines the whole function of our medical care system, and that's just holistically broken. So we're out there, we're doing the work that we can, we're trying to fix the system, and I want to dedicate this award not only to our team, but all of the people that we have helped, all of the people that have had medical debt, and all of the people that have frankly paid too much money to pay for goddamn medical care. It's a lot of people. So thank you. We're going to keep fighting the good fight and relieving as much medical debt that we can and hoping for the day that we don't have to exist. And I hope some of you will hire us. Thank you.
Congratulations. Well done. You're very welcome.
Congratulations, RIP Medical Debt. Ken is going to give us an update on the text to donate.
Sorry, I don't mean to dive in here. I know Sonia's supposed to be up here. She's doing an incredible job, but I just want to let everybody know on the text to donate, the most right now is only 5. It's only 5. So whoever has the most text to donate, remember, is going to get $1,000. And the most right now is only 5. You guys can do a better job than that. You guys got to go out there and text to your favorite charities, or all of them, please.
Now, we know you don't want to be rude and be on your phones, but it only takes a moment to just text to donate very quickly. And then you can put your phone back away. Next up, we have the Serini and Associates Social Impact Award, which recognizes the impact an organization has had, both from a micro and macro perspective. So micro being the impact on the people served, and macro, the impact on the overall community. Presenting the 2022 Social Impact Award is Serini and Associates manager Manaz Cavalluzzi.
I'm Manaz Cavalluzzi, manager at Serini and Associates, and I'm excited to present the Serini and Associates LLP Social Impact Award. We work with approximately 300 nonprofit organizations and have a keen understanding of how important it is for nonprofits to operate with impact while delivering their essential services to our community. Social impact has become the elusive currency of nonprofit organizations. Nonprofits are aware that it's critical to capture metrics of how they accomplish their missions, both tangible and intangible. The ones that are successful operate with a purpose and a drive in a way that serves others well. This is an important piece of the puzzle for the organization's ability to make a substantial difference in the lives they touch and the communities they serve. What's more, it has become a key metric in organizational effectiveness, monitored by granting agencies, watchdog organizations, and donors. This year's finalists in the Serini and Associates Social Impact Award are being recognized because they have successfully leveraged their operations to create a lasting impression of social impact across the New York metro region. The finalists are New York Common Pantry, Project Renewal, the Ali Forney Center, and WIN, Women in Need.
The New York Common Pantry works toward the reduction of hunger and poverty through programs and services to establish long-term stability. Over 70% of Choice Pantry participants reduce their reliance on our services after just 1 year. We have over 180 different mobile sites that we are now serving to across the city. People not only love the fact we're bringing food to them, but we're bringing fresh food. I think the love and the care that our staff and our volunteers bring to the work is actually very, very special.
We believe there's dignity in choice. At a lot of pantries, you go and someone has pre-picked the items that you're going to take home, and you don't have a lot of say. We deal with so many different culturally diverse families. What might work for one family may not necessarily work for another. I'm a Puerto Rican girl from the Bronx, and a lot of the families that we serve are from the Latino community. There's definitely something personal about it, because in my mind I feel like that could be my grandmother or my mom. But I think that we need to remind ourselves every day that we are making a huge difference in the life of someone.
Project Renewal is a pretty complicated organization for our size and scale. We're a 55-year-old homeless services nonprofit focused on helping single adults with mental illness, substance use disorders, and histories of incarceration. It's really easy to blame the person because they make us uncomfortable. But we have to look at the systems that we're a part of that bring people to that state. About 12% of our staff are actually individuals who have experienced homelessness. And the real insight was that their lived experience created that natural empathy, that natural connection that they have between their own experience and that of the people we're trying to work with. I'm really excited at the ability to bring people into our organization who have had the experience of our clients and to move them into levels of management where they can bridge that gap. I want Project Renewal not just to be great at helping people achieve independence, but I want us to also be a part of changing the structures so that we're not pushing the next generation into homelessness today.
Our mission at the Ali Forney Center is to protect our queer and trans youth from the harms of homelessness and empower them with the tools needed to live independently. We, I like to say, are the chosen family for our youth. We provide all the technical and clinical services that our youth need, but we also provide that affirming love and care. In New York City alone, there's around 4,000 homeless youth on the streets, and about half identify as queer and trans. I'm so happy to share that the success rate in our program is 75%. To build community for our youth means everything. To witness them land, to be a part of our services, our mental care, knowing that they have meals, that they have a bed, to see them kind of grow up through our services and lead beautiful lives and then engage back into the community, into the family, is beyond. What's very unfortunate is that our streets are still not safe, but there is a big light. There is community. There's individuals coming together to really truly remind our youth of their worthiness. For me personally, this isn't a job, this is a family.
WIN transforms the lives of New York City homeless families by providing holistic solutions of safe housing, critical services, and groundbreaking programs they need to succeed on their own. I think one of the things that make us unique is that we make sure that families have all the resources that they need while being with us, and that they feel strong and confident to exit shelter into permanent housing. WIN has a model that's called the Way to Win. It encompasses everything that a family needs such as employment and education support, children's programs, workshops to help parents build better parenting skills. I think the most important thing is to change and evolve with the population that you're serving. Because I've worked with the Children's Division for so long in this organization, I've been able to see children return back as adults, speaking on how there were milestones that they achieved and memories that they created that made them more successful in life. I think that to me has been something that's kept me at WIN. It fuels my passion of wanting to help people, most specifically young adults, that I think it's the reason that we focus on breaking the cycle of homelessness.
Before I announce the winner of the Serini & Associates Social Impact Award, I just want to take a second to congratulate all of the finalists tonight. There were a lot of really great nonprofit organizations represented here. And the winner is New York Common Pantry.
Wow, this is fantastic. Okay, I have some remarks. I probably won't read from them the right way, but first of all, I want to thank everyone up here from our team because they're absolutely spectacular. I'm going to give this check to our senior finance director. He knows what to do with it. First of all, I just want to say, and I know others have said this already, but hopefully I'm saying it in a unique way because it does come from the heart. It is an honor and privilege to be here in the presence of all of you tonight. I go to a lot of these, and it is amazing to be amongst nonprofit leaders and organizations. Every day, you work to provide stability and recourse and fight for those we serve while addressing the profound inequities and the injustices of our society. So from the New York Common Pantry to all of you, thank you. Now, as you learned, pardon me, I'm a little choked up. This is unusual. From our video, the New York Common Pantry works towards the reduction of hunger and poverty through programs and services to establish long-term stability. Last year, we served 9.3 million meals to almost 600,000 visitors. We partner with community-based organizations, just like our great peers here at Campaign Against Hunger. We are out there every day across the city partnering to make sure that families receive the assistance they need, including meals and other services in the communities where they live. We go to the communities, we bring the food. So just last week, we opened a new mobile site on Southern Boulevard in the Bronx, or rather a new site in the Bronx on Southern Boulevard. We're happy to do that. Providing hungry senior citizens with shelf-stable pantry items. And we're almost done, and tomorrow we will close on the first purchase of a site for us. Well, our first owned building, 23,500 square feet in Hunts Point, food storage and distribution hub to better serve New Yorkers all over the city. We are honored to be able to do that work. As long as they're in need, we promise to be there. We do hope to put ourselves out of business. Until that day, the New York Common Pantry will be doing what we do. So thank you all. We thank the Imagine Awards for recognizing our important work And of course, to Cerini and Associates for this fantastic shout out, just for the great honor of being able to be here tonight. So thank you all. We love you.
So I know you guys were expecting Sonia to come up here now, but I don't know, she does look better than me, so. Anyway, she did an amazing job, didn't she? And if everybody cheers really, really loud, maybe we can get her to come back again next year. So congratulations, New York Common Pantry. Congratulations to all our winners and finalists. We're wrapping up the night, and I want to also thank our generous sponsors. I do want to let people know that there's still a couple of minutes that they can text to donate as I get through the final page of this, and then we'll announce who the winner is. So if everybody wants to keep those texting going. I also want to thank everybody who's tuning in virtually tonight for sticking with us. So what do you think? It was a pretty good night, right? Let's give one final round of applause to our 20 finalists who are truly inspirational. So we have one more thing left to do before we leave tonight, and I'm not kicking anybody out. People can stick around. We have the room for a little bit of time. But before we wrap up, we do have a bloopers reel. So you think everybody got it right the first time? No, they didn't. So I can guarantee that I'm probably taking up about half of that video because we all know how good I am. One thing I do want to ask before everybody leaves, after the blooper reel, if all of the winners can please come up on stage so we can do one final winner's photo, that would be awesome. So let's send it over to the blooper reel, and after the blooper reel, I'll let everybody know who won.
Did I just start anytime?
You ready, Christian?
No, but we should do it.
I can tell I like this.
All right, take a deep breath.
We came prepared. It said, come ready.
You guys are pros.
You take me looking like that? I guess you are. This is rolling. Shake out or
Yeah.
do a dance?
No dancing.
One hop this time.
Can we get the outtakes?
There will be a blooper.
Oh my God.
Oh, gotta do the clapper.
Ken really sucks at this. Take two.
Oh, sorry. How do you like that? Hold on 1 second.
Every day, not their storm.
This impactful program.
That is a tongue twister for me. I don't know why.
I tripped on some words, yeah.
That's okay.
Word trippers.
It's very wordy.
So I can talk like this, which is slightly slower than what feels natural.
That was really fast, though.
Maybe you want to put a period in there or something.
And we are proud to sponsor this. Of course.
Yeah, I screwed that one up a couple times.
Kind of screwed up a couple times.
Sorry, I messed it up.
No, all right, now I'm gonna fudge it. So let me start again.
I'll do it again. You might have to write it on the teleprompter.
Keep going. Yeah, it was this one.
That's the best one.
Was I going too fast? I get a little excited. Plus, I got up at 2:30 in the morning. No, I'm good. I had a lot of that. It's a little bit why I'm gonna go fast.
Can I actually see a replay?
Can we go back to the beginning?
That's a really good question.
Thank you.
Did I say experiential right? I put a word I'm not even pronouncing properly.
I don't know how to pronounce this.
I used to be a college radio DJ. This is Stevie G on WCDB. Stevie G, yeah. It was a big joke. All my friends were like, that is so lame. You need to change that. They weren't wrong. Stevie G, and I'm here thanks to Big Chill.
Hi. Okay, can you do it again? My voice cracked.
I can't wait to slouch over in a couple of seconds.
I need to know about the cats here. Who's the cat meme person?
Isn't there a children's book where they just keep stacking the hats on? I think that's me. I don't remember the name of the book.
I think at one point I just talked on and on and on. I hope you'll edit that.
I hope there's something you can use.
Music makes me feel happy. Very happy.
very, 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 very happy.
Gretchen is a very sharpshooter of a water gun.
George witnessed it, and he knows he better watch out.
Can you do a little air guitar? Do you like air guitar? What about air piano? Do you play air piano?
Oh, you are amazing. Holy cow. Oh, that was awesome. I feel so much better now. Okay, here we go.
3, 2, 1.
But it doesn't have to stay that way.
Do it so well.
Once you start it, it's tough to shake.
One more time.
Did I get that right?
You only screwed up one part, where you spoke. Oh, and you shouldn't be on camera either.
Your head might explode.
Sorry about that.
I'm being interviewed by 3 beautiful people who've been very patient with me, and I thank all 3 of them on camera.
And I lost that perspective.
It felt like I had it. I screwed it up at the end.
Where the what are?
The dot, dot, dot.
Oh, ellipses? Is that what they're called? But the nonprofit sector seems to have been hit harder than most. Ellipses.
It's okay, there's no camera.
I know, there's just you and me. I know that.
In my head, I was like, I hope ownership didn't sound like Thanos or something like that, or something like this. Like, I was just like...
And what I am. This is what you get.
I'm just gonna give you my sweaty mic now.
I'm still sweating. How does my lipstick look? Come on, gentlemen, you can pitch in too.
I tried.
That was painless. Okay. Well, maybe not painless, but.
No, you're a tough one. I ain't meeting you again. Yeah, I mean teary-eyed.
Don't make me cry now. This is not waterproof.
How do you feel?
It's what we do. I'm very proud.
You should be.
Am I off the hot seat now?
That's my final statement. And I'm sticking to it.
So I hope you enjoyed that. And the texts are in, and you guys have spoken. At least one of you has spoken a lot. And the winner is Nami. So because we didn't know, we don't have a big check for you. You can come up and say something if you want.
I'll just take this opportunity to say what others have alluded to. I don't know who that guy is. Which is how extraordinary an evening this is to celebrate and honor the work that so many nonprofit organizations throughout this great city do every day. We really appreciate the opportunity to be here and mix and mingle with you and celebrate our successes together. And that's it. Thank you so much. This is great. Thank you so much, Ken.
That's awesome.
So thanks, everyone. Like I said, we don't have to give up the room. If you want to stick around, you can. I do ask that the executive directors of the 6 winners come up, please. Actually, I guess there's 5 winners. So if you can come up, I'd appreciate it.